Christine, I had someone approach me the other day and say something that I don't know that I hear a lot. They were talking about being house poor. What does that mean? I guess in general, but what does that mean when somebody's going through the loan process?
So typically what that means, Julie, is when someone says, I don't want to be house poor, it means they don't want to live just to make their mortgage payment.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So when I'm pre-qualifying somebody, I'm looking at their debt. I'm looking at their total monthly mortgage payment, HOA, taxes, insurance. Is there flood insurance included? Is there a land lease included in that?
Okay.
I'm looking at auto loans, credit cards.
Okay.
Are there other mortgages? Do they have a second home? I'm looking at, do they pay child support? Is there alimony? So you have those debts, right?
Okay, that's a lot.
There's a lot that goes into
Yeah.
it. But let's just say that they don't have any of that. Maybe they're completely debt-free. And I show, you know what? I show that they could afford, let's say, $3,000 a month.
Okay, all right.
But they're like, oh, $3,000 a month, that's a lot of payment. I don't want to spend more than $2,000. What I show someone can afford could be very different from what they feel they can afford, because there could be somebody that wants to go on vacation. Maybe they want to eat out. They eat out often. Entertainment. So there's a lot of things. Plus, you have utilities, right?
Right.
You've got your Netflix, Hulu, Apple, Prime. I mean, you have all of these other expenses that you don't think about when you have to make a house payment.
Oh, that's really true, because I know that, like, I have clients that don't understand when they get into buying a home with a pool, right?
Right.
What the monthly expense outlay is for a pool. And then when we go through that, they're thinking, oh, maybe I need maybe a smaller payment or a smaller home in order to be able to have this swimming pool, right?
Right, because it does take a lot to maintain a pool, especially today. So it's going to be probably more cost effective to have somebody service your pool on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Right? And then do you need a landscaper?
Okay.
Right? So those are things that you need to take into consideration as well.
Right.
And by the way, termite or monthly
the pesticide person that comes.
Pest control.
Pest control.
Pest control. Right.
Yeah.
So those are things that we don't think about.
Exactly. So do you walk through kind of maybe guiding your clients with coming up with a list of those things to look at for themselves so that they walk into this process ready to rock and roll?
We talk about that, especially for first-time home buyers, because I always want to know what is comfortable for you in a payment.
Okay.
Right? Because what is comfortable for you is going to be completely different than the person next door.
Oh, that's true.
And then we take into account those other things, your utilities, your other monthly expenses that you have. Now that doesn't go into our total DTI, our debt to income ratio,
right?
But those are things they still need to consider.
That they care about, right?
Right.
Well, the K Grant Group does have a checklist. If you would like one to kind of put the picture into play, give us a call. I'm Julie 𝐸𝐸 with the K Grant Group, and I'm here today with
Christine 𝐞𝐞𝐫 with Nations Lending.